1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan, the news read by Ali Ahmed. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has directed to evolve comprehensive strategy to bring down prices of essential items. European Union ambassador says European Union will continue to extend its cooperation for socio-economic development in Pakistan, including the infrastructural development. Federal Minister for Kashmir Affairs and Gilgit-Baltistan says European Parliament is continuously raising voice on the Kashmir issue. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, as part of a big conspiracy to change demography, India is working on fast track to construct special colonies for Hindu outsiders in the held territory. United States Special Representative for Afghanistan Reconciliation says the United States supports an Afghan-led and Afghan-owned peace process. International Monetary Fund has extended a second 6-month tranche of debt service relief for 28 low-income countries amid the COVID-19 pandemic. And now, the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has directed to evolve comprehensive strategy to bring down the prices of essential items. Briefing the media about the decisions taken in the Federal Cabinet meeting in Islamabad this afternoon, he said the Prime Minister expressed serious concerns over rising prices of edible items. The minister said Cabinet was given detailed briefing about the stocks of wheat and sugar in the country, and it said that sufficient quantity of these commodities is available in the country. He said wheat prices are higher in Sindh due to provincial government's reluctance to release the crop. Speaker National Assembly Asad Qasir has invited European Union investors to invest in Pakistan to contribute to economic development of the country. Talking to the European Union ambassador in Pakistan and the ruler Kaminara in Islamabad today, he said Pakistan has vast potential of investment in various sectors. The speaker said the present government has introduced investment-friendly policies for development of economic and industrial sectors. He said the projects being executed under CPEC have accelerated economic activity in the country. The European Union ambassador said steps are being taken to enhance the volume of trade with Pakistan. She said European Union will also continue to extend its cooperation for socio-economic development in Pakistan, including the infrastructural development. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has said India's belligerence poses a serious threat to the peace and security in the region. Addressing the virtual meeting of Conservative Friends of Pakistan, the foreign minister said India is committing blatant and grave human rights violations and has deployed additional troops in the area. Kashmiri leaders are incarcerated, and India is using the extrajudicial killings of innocent young Kashmiri as a tool to break the will of the people fighting for their right to self-determination. He said India should be pressurized to stop human rights violations in the occupied territory and move towards the resolution of the Kashmir dispute as per the United Nations Security Council resolution. The foreign minister said commencement of inter-Afghan dialogue is also a significant and positive development for the regional peace. Regarding bilateral relations with the United Kingdom, the foreign minister said both the countries are in agreement to further strengthen their excellent relationship. Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi, paid a farewell call on President Dr. Arif Alvi in Islamabad today. President appreciated the services of Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi for building Pakistan Navy on modern lines. The President said Pakistan Navy effectively defended the country's maritime boundaries under the command of Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi. Pakistan Navy ship Zulfiqar has participated in passage exercise with Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force ship Onami in Gulf of Aden. Both the ships are presently operating in vital area of Gulf of Aden as part of international efforts to counter piracy and ensure security of international shipping. The passage exercise encompassed various operational serials with aim to enhance interoperability and augment collaborative efforts to ensure maritime security in the region. PNS Zulfiqar is also undertaking regional maritime security patrol in Gulf of Aden. The exercise will further contribute in improving the bilateral ties between Pakistan Navy and Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force. This is Radio Pakistan. Federal Minister for Kashmir Affairs and Gilgit-Baltistan, Ali Amin Gandapur, has said the Kashmir issue has been highlighted at the international level with untiring efforts of the government. Speaking to the chairman of Pakistan Friendship Federation Europe, Chaudhry Parvez Iqbal Losar, who called on him in Islamabad today, the minister appreciated the role of Pakistani expatriates in highlighting the Kashmir issue abroad. He also expressed the satisfaction that European Parliament is continuously raising the voice on Kashmir issue. He said Pakistani expatriates and Kashmiris in Europe and America strongly support Pakistan's stance on Kashmir and are effectively highlighting the issue there that has produced positive results. The minister said Prime Minister Imran Khan effectively exposed Indian fascist agenda in Kashmir in his address to United Nations General Assembly. As part of a big conspiracy to change the demography of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, India is working on a fast track to construct special colonies for Hindu outsiders in the Kashmir Valley. According to Kashmir Media Service, the execution of the Hindu settlement plan is being monitored and supervised by the RSS-backed Delhi regime itself. The move is seen by experts on Kashmir as an illegal act to affect the future plebiscite in Jammu and Kashmir. Meanwhile, posters have appeared in various areas of Srinagar and adjoining districts condemning the Indian government's social, political, cultural, and religious onslaught on the Kashmiri people. An analytical report released by Kashmir Media Service today said that the Kashmiris' just struggle for freedom has started getting attention of the international community. The report mentions that a major policy shift towards the Kashmir dispute was witnessed worldwide after India took 5th of August illegal actions to harm Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir's special status. Hurriyat leaders Shabir Ahmed Dar, Devinder Singh Bahal and human rights activists Mohammad Ehsan Untu in their statements expressed concern over the plight of the Kashmiri prisoners languishing in the Indian jails. Speakers at a debate in the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva brought the attention of the world's highest rights body towards the simmering situation in Kashmir. In India, senior Congress leader Professor Saifuddin Soz has endorsed American intellectual Noam Chomsky's observation that Kashmir is a prison under fascist India. In a statement, the Congress leader said the signs of fascism are visible in India and even press is muzzled there. The Congress leader said Noam Chomsky faced backlash by BJP when he talked about the Indian repression in Kashmir. United States Special Representative for Afghanistan Zalmay Khalilzad says the United States supports an Afghan-led and Afghan-owned peace process and remains ready to assist in this regard. He said this in a tweet following his meeting with Afghan President Ashraf Ghani in Doha, Qatar, on the sidelines of the ongoing peace talks between Afghans. In Afghanistan, 6 Taliban were killed during clashes with security forces in Sangin district of Helmand province today. Meanwhile, the government forces also killed 5 Taliban during crackdown to open highway linking Takhar to Kunduz province. The highway was captured and closed by Taliban, who also dynamited its bridges. China has criticized United States and other Western countries for violating human rights. China's permanent representative to the United Nations, Zhang Jun, made a joint statement at the general debate of the Third Committee of the United Nations General Assembly on behalf of 26 countries and called for the complete and immediate lifting of the unilateral sanctions. IMF has extended a second 6-month tranche of debt service relief for 28 low-income countries amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. In a tweet message, IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva said this will help them to continue to support their economies and people through this crisis. And finally, the weather report. Mainly dry weather is likely to prevail over most parts of the country, while hot in plain areas during the day during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.